Justin has been requesting me to review the Home Alone movies on Patreon, and now we've reached the fifth film, Home Alone: The Holiday Heist. This is the second Home Alone film to be made for television, following Home Alone 4, with this one airing on ABC Family in 2012. I thought Home Alone 4 was absolutely dire, a film lacking in laughs and charm that attempted to recast the characters from the first two movies with little success. Did I think The Holiday Heist was a step up from that? Honestly, for yet another made-for-television sequel, I found this to be an okay experience. It obviously does not reach the heights of the first movie, but I did find it watchable enough. I even found myself laughing on a number of occasions, which is more than I can say for many of the other sequels. One of the best decisions it makes is focusing on an entirely new family. This time it's about the Baxter family, and they did give the lead character Finn enough relatability. He's portrayed as a bit of an introvert with little interest in going out to a holiday party and having to mingle with others, and one can understand his reasoning. Despite being a television production, the fifth movie in the franchise, there was a surprising number of recognizable faces that popped up. Finn's teenage sister is played by Jodelle Ferland, who I mainly know from that direct-to-video Big Fat Liar remake from a while back. The mother is played by Ellie Harvey, who I immediately recognized from her role as Morticia in the 90s Addams Family television show. Meanwhile, Ed Asner is her boss, and Debbie Mazur plays one of the thieves trying to break in. The biggest name in the cast, though, is Michael McDowell as a lead criminal planning the operation to steal a valuable painting. I don't know why the star of A Clockwork Orange is not getting better offers than Home Alone 5, but regardless, I thought he was the best thing about the movie. He does not phone in his performance and gets some solid laughs when he reacts in annoyance to his two lackeys. He does not fall so easily for Finn's traps most of the time, which makes him quite a worthy foe. I think everyone did a good job here, as the filmmakers added quite a few fun characters beyond the standard Home Alone archetypes. There's a young boy next door with a talent for building snow contraptions, and he gets some funny moments too. I won't pretend these are exactly the most three-dimensional characters, though. The sister is the typical eye-rolling teenage girl we often see in movies, but Ferland nonetheless gets a few laughs with some of her reactions and line readings, and she does get a bit of development when trapped in the basement. Debbie Mazur's character has a running joke where she cries about her ex-boyfriend, and that was the extent of the personality they gave her. And the father is the usual goofy patriarch who struggles to identify with his children. An aspect of the movie that underwhelmed me were the traps. I did not find any of the traps nor the slapstick to be particularly funny, which is a shame. Most of the laughs for me mostly came from some of the line readings rather than the physical gags. There is that element of wish fulfillment that comes from being left home alone as a child, and of all the films in the series, this has the more plausible reason for why the main character winds up at home by himself. There is not a big orchestrated scenario like being forgotten about in the rush to the airport. The parents just decide not to take him to some holiday party he has no interest in attending. I won't pretend Home Alone: The Holiday Heist is some underappreciated gem. It's just a passable enough version that never annoys and provides a few smatterings of laughs, and that's the best you can ask for from a Home Alone sequel at this point in the franchise, and certainly better than the 1.3 average it has on Letterboxd. In fact, if you were to ask me what my favorite Home Alone sequel is, I would honestly pick this one. I should mention the movie was directed by Peter Hewitt, who was previously part of that trend of family movies in the 90s that tried to emulate the success of Home Alone by being about young protagonists who cause a bunch of slapstick hijinks. He directed The Borrowers, which is a film I've always enjoyed, and that cleverly applied the Home Alone formula to a story about tiny people living under the floorboards as they go up against John Goodman's crooked villain. Overall, while I felt The Holiday Heist underwhelmed in the traps department and the characters are mostly familiar archetypes, it was a breezy enough TV holiday movie. I already reviewed Home Sweet Home Alone when that premiered, so this means I've now seen and talked about all the Home Alone movies. What a journey that series has gone on, and I'm sure we've not seen the last of a child fending off criminals and intruders while their parents are gone. Now let me know in the comments what you think of Home Alone: The Holiday Heist, and thank you for the request, Justin.